What it do, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my fellow followers. I'm back at it again, man. Today I'm going to talk about lifeguarding, and I've always been a swimmer, so this is a very good topic for me that I have a lot of knowledge in, and how I made over $25 being a lifeguard an hour. So stay tuned. So before anything, before you become a lifeguard, you have to learn how to swim, obviously, right? I come from an inner city. I'm from New York City. And in New York City, they have a lot of free programs in the summertime and also in the wintertime. If you would like to, go to a recreational place, they usually offer you free swim classes, or if you have the abilities and your parents can afford it, go to swim classes during the winter and learn how to swim there. I suggest to learn how to swim at a very good level. Try to join a swim team. If you're from New York City or any major city, the recreational systems, they have free swim teams that you can join. Get yourself pretty fast, and from there you should be good to go. Now, depending on where you are, you can get your lifeguard qualifications for free. So if you are in a big city like New York City, you can become a New York City lifeguard, which is what I did, and they give you your qualifications for free. And you just have to go, actually, on top of it for free, they actually pay you to get your qualifications. It's about a 6 months process to be a lifeguard for them. You only show up like once or twice a week. Nothing bad, but you just gotta be quite fast technically as a swimmer. But when you start swimming, you realize that that's not that fast. Also, wait, I almost forgot to say, for the other places, if you wanna become, like, the other way to get a free qualifications is definitely going to high school programs and stuff like that. A lot of high schools offer that for free. A lot of YMCAs offer that. And if you have the facilities for it, you could just go to the Red Cross. It's about $450 to get your CPR and lifeguard license. There's a lot of good things about the job. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, lifeguarding was one of the best jobs I've ever had, especially when you're young, when you're like from the ages of 15 to 19, you're like someone even in college, to be honest. That's one of the best jobs. I mean, you're literally relaxing all day in the sun, you're getting a sick tan, you're swimming all the time, you're pretty fit, and you're seeing a whole bunch of girls, let's be realistic, or dudes if you're into that, but you're seeing a whole bunch of people in bikinis, a whole bunch of people in bathing suits, and it's just like, you feel me? And they all like you because you're the lifeguard, they're like, oh shit, like, you possess a kind of authority, sort of. It's good to work there. It's pretty simple work, but if you want to get to the money, you definitely have to either work for a private company. When I mean a private company, I mean a private company that works for bigger buildings. So bigger corporations, bigger buildings. So this is like a country club we're talking about, or we're looking at, if you're in the city, we're looking at truck buildings or like high-rise buildings where people pay a lot of rent in. Definitely try to avoid the YMCA. The YMCA usually tries to skimp you on money, or boys clubs or situations like that, unless they are paying higher now. But when I was a lifeguard, they were just paying minimum wage for lifeguards. As a lifeguard, you are compensated and you are allotted always. You can be allotted a higher wage than minimum wage, usually twice what minimum wage is, sometimes 150%-ish. So like minimum wage when I started lifeguarding was about $8. Damn, that sounds crazy because it's like half what it is today. But now, I mean, usually you could easily get a job. Like back then, you could get an easily job, $14, $13 an hour. Nowadays, lifeguarding the minimum wage is $15 in New York City, and I know that there's jobs for $23, $25 an hour, 26 even. So when you work for the city also, it's gonna take a while for you to get up in the rankings. So you probably start off at 25 and then go all the way to 30, depending on your time. After 30, I think it caps out till they get a new agreement and push it up. We're part of a union. So if you are in a big city, that's definitely suggested for you to work in the city. That's the best hours you're gonna get. The best overtime and everything. You're even part of the union, and they take care of you. The only issue with lifeguarding is that it's only summertime. So like I was saying earlier, man, there's a lot of bad things when it comes to lifeguarding because summertime, man. It's a summertime job, and for you to get a wintertime job takes a while. A lot of people want to do it, and let's be realistic. There's not as many pools open in the winter as there is in the summer. So there's a lot of bad things that come with it. Even though it's perfect for somebody that's young, wants to make money before school, and if you want to make money before school starts, and you want to go in with a couple $1,000, fresh to death, you know what I'm saying, or even help pay your tuition, that's great. Now, if you want to make it a life career, this is where it gets a little, iffy. See, as a lifeguard, you're getting paid well enough to actually make more than your peers when you're young, right? So when you're 15, 16 years old, most people are working minimum wage jobs. You usually will get paid even more. So what happens with that is you become complacent and you want to keep doing that. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm good here. But when you have that mindset, you don't grow. See, I know a lot of people that has stayed in the lifeguard field for a long, long time. I mean, I'm talking about 30-year-olds being swim instructors and lifeguards. Because it's just like, it's good money, but it's not good enough money to get you out of the hump, And the more you follow me, and the more we talk to each other, is the more that I'm gonna teach you that you don't need to settle for less. I mean, I wanna teach you how to get away from landmines and grow. I mean, there's no real reason why you shouldn't be a six-figure earner. And that's the thing about being a lifeguard, man. It's a good job to start off with, but it's not a good job to stay with. So I hope this was educational and helpful to all my followers and anybody who's actually thinking about being a lifeguard. I threw in my little 2 cents in it. There's a whole bunch of more stuff that you can do. You can work at the beach, you can work at a pool, you can even work at a baby pool. I mean, lifeguards are needed in a whole bunch of places, and it's a good skill to have. It's good to have, CPR and first aid on your back. You get to learn how to use the AED, double basket, BBM, so you get to save people's lives, which is pretty nice. But I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.